Mmm. That is some good seltzer. Whoa! Call me the mixologist. I accidentally mixed raspberry lime with cranberry clementine. Whoa. Hello my honeys, it's Emmie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where my clients lose anywhere from the last few pounds to way more than that. So if you're interested in losing weight through eating a ton of food, as you'll see on a plant-based diet, no calorie counting, all of that fun jazz, then go ahead and click the link in the down bar or go to healthyemmie.org. Also make sure that you hit subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time the freshest news on plant-based weight loss is coming at you live. So today I am doing a little mukbang, as they are called. But as I always say, is it really a mukbang if you don't say, is it mukbang or mukbang? I don't know which one it is. Please. But let me just be the YouTuber. Hi guys, I'm doing a mukbang. Is it mukbang? Mukbang? I don't know. But anyway, I'm doing one today and I'm going to be talking about being obsessed with food and just thinking about food all the time. Now, this is what I love to do. I love to talk about these awkward topics around our relationships with food that people think, oh my God, I thought I was the only person that struggled with this. This is where I thrive. This is my jam. This is where I thrive. I love this. I love to talk about these things where people are like, oh my God, I feel like you're inside my head. Like I've never had somebody who gets it. And you might be wondering, how do I get it? Because this is what I do. I talk on the phone all day long to honeys like you that watch my videos about the exact struggles that I'm going to talk about in this video. And I want to talk more about these topics like, oh my God, food is on my mind all the time, and I'm going to dig into what that means, and have you guys feel like, oh my God, there's somebody that gets it. And not only is there somebody that gets it, but this person can get me to the other side. Because when it comes to changing, there are two things that you need. You need information and you need implementation. We're gonna get the information here, okay? So throughout this video, we're gonna see, okay, there's somebody that understands me. I understand why I do what I need to do. I know what I need to do. But are you really gonna do it? And that's where the implementation comes in. And this is why I work with people so closely, and I have, the nutrition coach and the mindset coach to work with you one-on-one and really dig into this and hold you accountable and make sure that you're making these changes so that you can get what it is that you're looking for. In any event, it's a mukbang, so let me show you what I'm eating. I have cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. All I did was throw these in the microwave steamer for like 20 minutes. I kind of like them to dry out a little bit. So I have those, and then I have a Japanese sweet potato, and I have a Hawaiian sweet potato, and I have cinnamon with it because you can't eat these without cinnamon. I mean, you can, but like, what are you, a psychopath? So I had those too. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I like to eat my veggies first because this kind of seems like desserty to me, and so if I get a taste of this, then like it kind of spoils your dinner, So I'm gonna start eating, and the thing about mukbangs is you're not really supposed to edit them. Like you can, and like I will, but people like watching other people eat and like the sound of it. There's the ASMR, and I have the microphone. So like, also guys, you need to know, it takes me 47 years to eat a meal. It's a joke. Like I eat something and then I'll go on the phone, or I'll like clean. I just need you to know this video is gonna be a million years long. That being said, I am going to be editing this a little bit because it will literally be 3 hours long if I try to eat this big meal while talking without editing. What I want to talk about is being obsessed with food. Now, you might be in this position and you don't realize it. All you know is your current reality. All you know is, all I think about is food. I'm having a conversation with somebody, and in the back of my mind, I'm saying, what am I gonna have for lunch? How many minutes is it until lunch? Should I have this or should I have that? How many calories do I have left for today? What if I have that later? All of this just mumbo jumbo going on in your head. And it's almost like you are living inside this shell and putting on this facade. And you know, you could be reading to your kids, you could be with your significant other, intimate with your significant other, doing all of these things, and all you're thinking about is food. And it's one of those things where you're like, I have gone crazy, because I remember a time where this wasn't always the case, you know? And you look at other people and they seem so normal around food. And you look at little kids and they eat something and they move on. And you are just like, why isn't that the case with me? Why can't I leave any food on my plate? Why is it that I'm always thinking about food? I'm eating one meal and I'm thinking about the next meal. I'm planning on my meals days in advance. I have a cheat meal 6 days from now, 14 hours and 47 seconds, and it's all I can think about. I'm scrolling Instagram, looking through what other people are eating. I'm watching what I eat in a day videos. I'm looking up recipes that I'm probably never gonna make, but I just wanna see what they are. I'm looking up food porn. I'm looking up restaurant menus. I'm obsessed with food. This is a reality that a lot of people face. And if you face it, you're not alone. And if you're like, oh my God, that is literally me, the reason why I know it's literally you is because I talk to people all day that say these things to me. This is exactly why I exist. This is why I created the Slim on Starch program, so that you can just eat and move on with the rest of your life and use that precious real estate in your brain to do all of the other things that you love to do, to spend time with your kids, to paint, to run, to look into fashion, to take pictures, all of those passions that you have that you're like, oh my God, remember when I used to do that and just not think about food? That can be a reality again. And I want you to know that, you know, I need to eat. Let me take a bite. Oops, cauliflower down. My food is lukewarm at this point, but I don't hate it. Like, I will continue to do these, but just know it takes me so long to eat, and I feel like I'm just sitting here eating. I'm like, are people really watching? If you're watching, I love you. And I want to keep talking about this. I swear to you, there is another side. If you are like, I can't even like picture a life where I'm not thinking about food and I feel like it's going to be like this for the rest of my life, it doesn't have to be this way. And this is why I work with people, to get you to this other side. Now, one of my clients, Autumn, she and I worked together. We worked in the 8 weeks, and then she went into our 6-month master's program. And in the 6-month master's program, she wasn't updating her, because we have you take pictures of everything that you're eating and write in your mindset journal. And she started to not take as many pictures and not write in her journal as much. And we're like, Autumn, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you Earth to Autumn? Are you alive? And I'm obsessed with Autumn too. And so I was very highly concerned. And she wrote to us and she said, guys, I can't believe that I'm writing this message right now. First off, during the 8 weeks, she said to me, Emmie, you need to tell me how to stop losing weight because it's falling off of me and my pants don't fit. And how do I stop? So that's point one. But point number two is she was like, I used to be obsessed with food. It was all I thought about. I tried every single diet. And she goes, now I literally don't even think about it anymore. And the reason why I'm not showing you my food, the reason why I'm not updating my mindset journal is because I don't even think about it anymore. I literally forget to take pictures of my food because it all just seems so simple, natural, and normal. And she can eat something and then just move on with the rest of her life. This is good stuff. I have an interview with Autumn, by the way. I'll link it in the down bar. That's why I was pointing down. I'll link it in the down bar. So in any event, let's talk about why this is happening. You know, the first thing to understand is that food is your primary relationship. Food is taking the place of, instead of turning to people and turning to activities, your career, your education, your spirituality, mainly people and relationships with others, food is the number one relationship. It's the number one thing on the brain. And to understand that it is your primary relationship at this point. So why is it your primary relationship? There are a slew of reasons, and that's what I'm going to talk about, what those reasons are. One of the reasons is that you are hungry. When humans have, our brains have not changed much in the past 100,000 years, which is so wild. We are still operating on our primal brains, and we have a lot of survival mechanisms still built into our brains because we don't know that we're not in an environment of food scarcity anymore. We evolved in an environment of food scarcity where food was scarce and there was no guarantee of when more food was coming. Was it going to be a good harvest year? Was it going to be a bad harvest year? We didn't know. And for that reason, humans have a survival mechanism that when there is a perceived famine, aka when you're hungry, your brain reads that as a perceived famine and it makes you hyper focus on food. Because humans need to do two things to live. They need to recreate and they need to eat food. So in order to keep the species going, we are laser focused on these two things if we are not getting both of those things. Men, as you know, are laser focused on one of those two things, and women tend to be focused on the second thing. And the reason why women are so focused on food is because they're not getting enough of it. So if you are not eating enough food, your brain is going to go food, 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 food. Nothing else matters. All I need is food or you're going to die. And you might be saying, well, Emmie, I'm still overweight, so that doesn't apply to me. I'm not starving. But your body, if you are not getting enough food, your body, it doesn't matter what's on your body. All your body knows is the environment. There's no food out there. There's no food out there. You need to go find food, because if we don't find food, you're going to go through all your fat reserves and you're going to die. And so even if you are overweight, if you are dieting and you're not doing it through this way, then that is going to be the case. If you are eating such a small amount of calories, such small portions, your brain is just going to hyper focus on food because it thinks that you are starving. And this can be the case even if you're overweight. Okay, so then the question arises, well, I'm not dieting. I'm eating a ton of calories. I'm eating 2,000 calories, 3,000 calories. If your nutrient needs are not met, if your body is not being nourished in the nutrient department, if you just eat 2,000 calories of pure white table sugar, you're missing out on all of these essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that your body needs in order to survive. And so your body's going to cry for nutritious foods. But when you fill up on these nutritious foods, your body says, thank you. That is what I needed. And so I've talked to so many people that even on a whole foods plant-based diet, they tell me what they're eating. And it's just so clear to me the things that they're missing out on. They don't know how to build their plates so that they're satisfied. They can finish a meal and move on and even leave food on the plate if they feel like they've eaten enough. Now, another thing that can contribute to this is years and years and years of diet hopping and going from this diet to the next diet to the next diet to the next diet. So that's, chronic starvation as far as your brain is concerned, as in terms of the environment of food that's around you, because you're hopping from diet to diet to diet to diet. There's no stability. Your body is in this state of stress, in this state of panic, and it's going to send you into the food focus because it believes you're going from diet to diet to diet, eating no calories, then you're eating this, then you're eating that. Your body's like, oh my God, what food environment are we in? I got to keep our food focused because we don't know what's going to happen next. There's that lack of trust. And the way to cure that is to change your diet. And then, so this will happen, right? So this is what happens. People change their diet. They're eating the whole foods plant-based diet. They're nourished. It's great. It's Gucci. It's gravy. It's vegan mushroom gravy, right? And then what happens is they go, hold up. Wait a minute. I don't even know what I'm interested in. I don't even know what I would do with my free time because I've spent all this time thinking about food. That is something we work on as well within our program, because we find that people are like, okay, this actually does work. I'm not thinking about food. Well, what am I supposed to think about? It's a really scary realization. And this is why I have a mindset coach. This is why everybody that comes through Slim on Starch has a mindset coach. This is something, one of our mindset coaches, Kiki, this is like her bread and butter. She loves exploring things that bring us joy outside of this. Another thing, I also find that when people are not confident in their diet, there's really two things here. You're not confident in your diet, or you're not getting results on your diet. So if you're not confident in your diet, you're always going to be looking at what everybody else is doing to try to find that magic pill, that magic potion. You know, should I try this? Is that going to work? I don't know if this works. Should I try that? Should I try that? If you're not getting results in your diet as well, you're always going to be looking for the next best thing and be like, oh, what's she eating? What's she eating? Should I do that? They look great. They look great too. There's conflicting advice there, you know? There's so much confusion. And this is why I love eating such a simple diet and getting my clients results so that we can say, look, it's working. You don't even have to trust me because you see that it's working, but this is why we're working so closely so that I can hold your hand and make sure that it continues working, so you don't have to think about it anymore. And another thing that I like to say to my clients is all the thoughts about food, all the questions, what should I eat? Should I do this? Should I do that? That's my job now. Let me take care of all that, all the questions that you have. I give my clients unlimited question and answer access with me because I'm like, all the questions that you have, let me answer them. You know, let me do it for you. I'll take care of it. I love Brussels sprouts. It's so funny because Brussels sprouts were the thing that, like, when you were a kid, nobody wanted to eat them. But actually, the funny thing, that's why I don't like about mukbangs. Like, I have to chew my mouth open or we will literally be here for 87 years. So I'm sorry. That's why I'm going to keep going like this, which is not a great thing to do for audio. But okay. I just spoke with my mouth open. I don't like that. I actually put on my story and I said, mukbang topics. What you guys want me to chat about. Mukbang topics. Eyebrows. That's a mukbang topic. Swear, somebody wrote eyebrows. I let nobody touch my eyebrows. I'm obsessed with my eyebrows. My eyebrows have had quite the evolution. Like, if you look at a photo, as every girl does, well, not girls anymore, because, like, girls that are 14 these days look like they're 25. Like, girls don't do their time anymore, but I did my time. So my eyebrows used to be trash. There's a photo of me from my senior year of high school that I want burned. But I committed my freshman year of college. I was like, you know what? They're coming back. I'm not touching them. And I just let them grow in. And it worked. But I had to commit. And now they are what they are now. But they were slim on starch, let me tell you. They were tiny. How to have a positive mindset. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. My camera cut out. Whoa. I did not slip. I'm smooth, guys. Come on. Whatever you want to be, whatever life you want to live, you can go live it, you know. I always would see all these YouTubers and I'd be like, oh, that's so cool. I want to do it so badly. I want to be the person that takes out the camera and says, this is where I am and this is what I'm doing. And, you know, we have a community here. And so I just decided I'm going to do that. I'm going to be that person. And, you know, being happy. Don't you love being around people or watching videos of people when they're happy? And it just, I wanted to be that. And so I just decided to be it. And the power of the mind, it's insane. It's insane. And even the happiest people in the world, their circumstances are not the determinant of their happiness. Maybe it was The Secret. I don't know. I watched like the first like 15 minutes of it and I was like, I get it. You know, like the books where like you read the title and you're like, got it. Well, in this situation, I like watched the first 15 minutes of The Secret and I was like, got it. Your circumstances do not determine your level of happiness. They say, you know, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Something important to also note is to go to where you're appreciated, not to where you're tolerated. So fill your life with people that love you and that value you and think what you do is really cool. I am sitting in front of a camera right now, eating cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and potatoes with cinnamon, talking to a camera. How many people do that, right? So I have my best friends. They're so supportive of this. They are just tremendous. I love them. My boyfriend is so supportive, and fill your life with people that appreciate you. I bought a bag of cherries last night. My boyfriend and I went to the grocery store, and I bought a bag of cherries, and we get in the park, and I go, how did that whole bill come up to $40? We get in the parking lot, I pull out the receipt. The bag of cherries was on sale, and it was $10 on sale. It was originally $17, and I like pull out, and then I pull right back in the spot. I was like, I'm returning this. I cannot justify a $10 bag of cherries. So my boyfriend's coming back on Friday. I kind of like talking about him because it's kind of fun to like open up and have you guys learn more about me. I would never talk with my mouth open. It's only because this is a mukbang. He's coming back on Friday. Today's Sunday. Oh my god, that's so far away. Ugh. Okay, cool. I feel like these need to be heated up, but like also they're like fine at room temperature. I'll put them in for like 10 seconds. Okay. That's a good one, man. It cuts, it's amazing how it cuts. I'll tell you, man. I'm laughing. I like can't believe how much I'm talking about my significant other in this video, but just because like, you know, we're moving on into lifestyle, I'm just laughing thinking about something. Yeah. Love these guys, these potatoes. I feel like I haven't had Japanese in a long time because I'm always eating the Hawaiians. These are gooier, but the Hawaiians are like dense and cakey. So good. That tastes like a cereal I used to eat. It honestly tastes like corn pops. Remember corn pops? We're almost there. It's almost over. Last bite, honeys. All right. What cereal does it taste like? Is it corn pops? I just don't know anymore. But But I love you, honeys, and I will see you in my next video.